Welcome to the Madison Miller Podcast. Today is Monday, September 1st, 2025. College football, MLB, WNBA, soccer, tennis, NASCAR, Formula 1, NFL cornerback rankings, news and notes, and best bet. We'll start with college football. We'll go over the results from the weekend, and we do have a game tonight. So we will begin with the Friday night results. Number 12 Illinois over Western Illinois 52-3. Tarleton State upsets Army 30-27 in double overtime. Michigan State over Western Michigan 23-6. Wake Forest over Kennesaw State 10-9. App State over Charlotte 34-11 in the Duke's Mayo Classic. Kansas over Wagner 46-7. Auburn over Baylor 38-24. Georgia Tech over Colorado 27-20. FIU over Bethune 42-9. UNLV over Sam Houston 38-21. Central Michigan over San Jose State 16-14. Saturday, number 3 Ohio State over number 1 Texas 14-7. Number 2 Penn State over Nevada 46-11. Number 9 LSU over Clemson 17-10. Number 5 Georgia over Marshall 45-7. Number 7, Oregon over Montana State, 58-3. Florida State upsets number 8, Alabama, 31-17. Number 11, Arizona State over Northern Arizona, 38-19. Number 14, Michigan over New Mexico, 34-17. Number 15, Florida over LIU, 55-0. Number 16, SMU over East Texas A&M, 42-13. Number 17, Kansas State over North Dakota, 38-35. Number 18, Oklahoma over Illinois State, 35-3. Number 19, Texas A&M over UTSA, 42-24. Number 20, Indiana over Old Dominion, 27-14. Number 21, Ole Miss over Georgia State, 63-7. Number 22, Iowa State over South Dakota, 55-7. Number 23, Texas Tech over Arkansas Pine Bluff, 67-7. Aflac kickoff, number 24, Tennessee over Syracuse, 45-26. Mississippi State over Southern Miss, 34-17. Maryland over FAU 39-7. Purdue over Ball State 31-0. Tulane over Northwestern 23-3. Pitt over Duquesne 61-9. Navy over VMI 52-7. Kent State over Merrimack 21-17. Kentucky over Toledo 24-16. Boston College over Fordham 66-10. West Virginia over Robert Morris, 45-3. UConn over Central Connecticut, 59-13. Louisville over Eastern Kentucky, 51-17. Air Force over Bucknell, 49-13. Temple over UMass, 42-10. Northern Illinois over Holy Cross, 19-17. Liberty over Maine, 28-7. Arkansas over Alabama A&M, 52-7. Memphis over Chattanooga, 45-10. Iowa over Albany, 34-7. Virginia over Coastal, 48-7. JMU over Weber State, 45-10. Vandy over Charleston Southern, 45-3. Austin Peay over Middle Tennessee, 34-14. Western Kentucky over Alabama, or North Alabama, 55-6. Arkansas State over Southeast Missouri, 42-24. South Alabama over Morgan State, 38-21. Troy over Nichols, 38-20. USC over Missouri State, 73-13. Louisiana Tech over Southeast Louisiana, 24-0. Utah State over UTEP, 28-16. BYU over Portland State, 69-0. Rice over Louisiana, 14-12. Texas State over Eastern Michigan, 52-97. North Texas over Lamar, 51-0. Tulsa over Abilene Christian, 35-7. Mexico State over Bryant, 19-3. Fresno State over Georgia Southern, 42-14. Washington State over Idaho, 13-10. Cal over Oregon State, 34-15. Arizona over Hawaii, 40-6. Utah over UCLA, 43-10. And Washington over Colorado State, 38-21. Yesterday, number 13 South Carolina over Virginia Tech, 24-11, and number 10 Miami over number 6 Notre Dame, 27-24. All right, one game tonight. TCU, North Carolina, 8 o'clock ESPN. The return of coaching for Bill Belichick. It's going to be front and center for UNC because of Belichick. I don't think they're going to be very good this year. I did not post the college predictions show yet. I'll try to post it tonight. But I do not think they're going to be very good this season. Although, I think tonight could be a night where they can actually win. My projection for this game is North Carolina by 3, total 59.3. And the line for this game is TCU by 3.5, total 54.5. I am going to go with North Carolina getting the points and plus 138 to win. I don't think TCU is going to be very good themselves. I think this is going to be a ruckus crowd. I think this is going to be the one shining moment for Carolina this year. And they're in the spotlight. And they get a win as a home dog. So I'm going to take North Carolina getting the 3 in the hook and plus 138 to win the game outright. Okay, now we'll move on to baseball. We'll go over the results from the weekend, and we'll look ahead to today. There's probably some matinee games today because of the holiday. Remember ESPN used to do a triple header and whatnot on Labor Day back in the day. Friday, Cardinals over the Reds 7-5 and 10. Phillies over the Braves 2-1. Rays over the Nats 4-1. Brewers over the Blue Jays 7-2. Mets over the Marlins 19-9. Pirates over the Red Sox 4-2. Guardians over the Mariners 5-4. Astros over the Angels 2-0. Yankees over the White Sox 10-2. Tigers over the Royals 5-3. Twins over the Padres 7-4. Cubs over the Rockies 11-7. Rangers over the A's 5-2. D-backs over the Dodgers 3-0. Giants over the O's 15-8. Saturday, Brewers over the Blue Jays 4-1, Rays over the Nats 4-1, Mets lose at home against the Marlins 11-8, Pirates over the Red Sox 10-3, Phils over the Braves 3-2 and 10 on a walk-off single by Trey Turner. Cardinals over the Reds 4-2, Yankees over the White Sox 5-3 and 11, Angels over the Astros 4-1, Padres over the Twins 12-3. Guardians over the Mariners 4-3, Royals over the Tigers 3-1, O's over the Giants 11-1, Cubs over the Rockies 4-3, D-backs over the Dodgers 6-1, and the Rangers over the A's 9-3. Yesterday, Reds over the Cardinals 7-4, Twins over the Padres 7-2, Red Sox over the Pirates 5-2, Rays over the Nats 7-4, Jays over the Brewers 8-4, Marlins over the Mets 5-1, Mariners over the Guardians 4-2. Angels over the Astros 3-0. White Sox over the Yankees 3-2. Tigers over the Royals 5-0. Rockies over the Cubs 6-5. Giants over the O's 13-2. Rangers over the A's 9-6. Dodgers over the D-backs 5-4. Braves over the Phillies 3-1. We don't have any finals yet, but we have a lot going on right now. So about final to be, Nats over the Marlins 2-0. Top of the 6th, Mets over the Tigers 8-6. Bottom of the 7th, Reds over the Jays 2-1. Top of the 5th, Guardians Red Sox is 3-3. Top of the 4th, Astros over the Angels 2-1. Bottom of the 4th, White Sox over the Twins 3-1, and A's over the Cardinals 3-1. So we don't have many games to pick. 4 o'clock, Braves Cubs from Wrigley. That's an odd Wrigley Field start time. I think it's maybe because of the holiday. Cubs minus 120, Braves plus 102, over under 7.5, overs minus 8, unders minus 112. Braves minus 1.5 plus 72. Cubs plus 1.5 is minus 210, so it's Colin Rea and Spencer Strider. Spencer Strider's been terrible this year. I know I've been saying that on the podcast a lot lately. I'm going with the over. 4 o'clock, MLB Network, Phillies Brewers, Taijuan Walker and Jacob Mizorowski. Mizorowski fell off after the All-Star game. That's probably saying something. Brewers minus 152, Phillies plus 128, over under 8.5, overs minus 120, unders minus 102. Phillies plus 1.5 is minus 160, Brewers minus 1.5 plus 132. Because of what I just said, he's been bad since the All-Star break. I'm taking the Phillies plus 128. Giants, Rockies. Kawhi Tang and Chase Dollinger. Giants minus 142. Rockies plus 120. Over under 11.5. Overs minus 104. Unders minus 118. Giants minus 1.5 plus 102. Rocks plus 1.5 minus 122. I'm going with the over. The Giants have been scoring a lot of runs lately. They get back to 500 today. 6:30. O's Padres. Kyle Bradish and Dylan Cease. Padres minus 134. O's plus 130. Over under 7.5. Overs minus 115. Unders minus 105. O's plus 1.5 is minus 170. Padres minus 1.5 plus 140. I like the over. Mariners Rays 7:30. Luis Castillo and Shane Baz. Rays minus 110. Mariners minus 106. Over under 8.5. Overs minus 112. Unders minus 108. Mariners minus 1.5 is plus 150. Rays plus 1.5 is minus 182. The Mariners are going to win. I'm going to say minus 106. I'm surprised that they're kind of a dog. 8 o'clock, Rangers D-backs World Series rematch from a couple years ago. Patrick Corbin and Ryan Nelson. D-backs minus 152. Rangers plus 128. Over under 9. Minus 110 each way. Rangers plus 1.5 is minus 156. Diamondbacks minus 1.5 plus 130. That's a tough one, but I'm going to go with the under, but I don't feel strongly about it. Okay, now move on to the WNBA. We'll go over the results from the weekend, and we will look ahead to today. Friday, Dream over the Wings 100-78. Fever over the Sparks 76-75. Saturday, Mercury over the Liberty 80-63. Lynx over the Sun 94-70. Valkyries over the Mystics 99-62. Storm over the Sky 79-69. Sunday, Sparks over the Mystics 81-78. Valkyries over the Fever 75-63. We have a final already. Dream over the Sun 93-76. 8 o'clock NBA TV tonight. Wings Lynx. The Lynx are a big favorite. 18 to the 169.5. I'm taking the Wings getting 18. Like, why is Paige Beckers always a big underdog? I just think that they hang around. They shouldn't be able to hang around with somebody as talented as her on the court. And the Lynx pretty much have everything wrapped up, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Like, the Wings aren't playing for anything. That's more important. So, if you're the Lynx, you're just resting up for the playoffs at this point. So, give me the Wings plus the points. 10 o'clock, Sparks Storm. On NBA TV, the Storm are giving 8 totals, 173. That's too high. I'm taking the Sparks getting the 8. Okay, now move on to soccer. We'll go over everything from the weekend and look ahead to everything today. All right, Premier League. Saturday, Chelsea over Fulham 2-0. Man United over Burnley 3-2. Sunderland over Brentford 2-1. Bournemouth over Spurs 1-0. Everton over Wolves 3-2. Leeds over Newcastle. I'm sorry, that was a 0-0 draw. Sunday, Brighton over Man City 2-1. West Ham over Nottingham Forest 3-0. Liverpool over Arsenal 1-0. Crystal Palace over Aston Villa 3-0. MLS Saturday, Philly over Cincy 1-0. Charlotte over New England 2-1. DC over NYCFC 2-1. Rebels Columbus 0-0 draw. Toronto CF Montreal 1-1 draw. Austin over San Jose 3-1. Minnesota Portland 1-1 draw. Atlanta over Nashville 1-0. KC over Colorado 4-2. Houston over St. Louis 3-2. And then Sunday, San Diego over LAFC 2-1. All right, the Women's League. Friday, Louisville, Houston, 1-1 draw. Gotham over Orlando, 2-0. Utah over Portland, 2-1. San Diego, Seattle, 0-0 draw. Saturday, KC over North Carolina, 2-0. Sunday, Washington, Chicago, 1-1 draw. And then today, 9 o'clock, CBS Sports Network, Angel City and Bay FC. Let me pull up the line really quickly. Angel City's -115. Bay FC's +290. Draw +250. I'm going to Angel City at home at -115. Liga MX Friday. Toluca over Athletic San Luis 3-1. Juarez over Mazatlan 1-0. Monterrey over Puebla 4-2. Saturday, Leon over Carretera 3-0. Tigres over Santos 1-0. Cruz Azul over Guadalajara 2-1. America over Pachuca 2-0. Sunday, UNAM over Atlas 1-0. Tijuana over Necaxa 3-0. Bundesliga Friday. St. Pauli over Hamburg 2-0. Saturday, RP Leipzig over Heidenheim 2-0. Frankfurt over Hoffenheim 3-1. Stuttgart over Gladbach 1-0. Bremen Leverkusen 3-3 draw. Bayern over Augsburg 3-2. And then Sunday, Wolfsburg Mainz 1-1 draw. Dortmund over Union Berlin 3-0. Cologne over Freiburg 4-1. La Liga. Friday, Elche over Levante 2-0. Valencia over Getafe 3-0. Saturday, Alaves Atletico 1-1 draw. Real Oviedo over Real Sociedad 1-0. Sevilla over Girona 2-0. Real Madrid over Mallorca 2-1. And then yesterday, Celta Vigo Villarreal 1-1 draw. Athletic over Betis 2-1. Espanyol over Osasuna 1-0. And Real Barcelona 1-1 draw. Friday, Cremonese over Sassuolo 3-2. Milan over Lecce 2-0. Saturday, Bologna over Como 1-0. Parma Atalanta 1-1 draw. Napoli over Cagliari 1-0. AS Roma over Pisa 1-0. Yesterday, Juventus over Genoa 1-0. Torino and Fiorentina 0-0 draw. Udinese over Inter Milan 2-1. And Lazio over Verona 4-0. French League 1. Friday, Lens over Brest 3-1. Saturday, Lille over Lorient 7-1. Nantes over Auxerre 1-0. PSG over Toulouse 6-3. And then yesterday, Angers Rennes 1-1 draw. Monaco over Strasbourg 3-2. Le Havre AC over Nice 3-1. Paris FC over Metz 3-2. And Lyon over Marseille 1-0. Dutch Air Devise. Friday, FC Groningen over Heracles 4-0. Saturday, FC Volendam Ajax 1-1 draw. Go Ahead Eagles Herenveen 2-2 draw. Telstar over PSV 2-0. Excelsior over FC 20 1-0. And yesterday, Fiorentina over NEC 3-2. FC Utrecht over PC Zwolle 2-0. Feyenoord over Sparta 4-0. AS Alkmaar over NAC Breda 1-0. USL Saturday. Detroit San Antonio 1-1 draw. Louisville over Indy 3-1. Loudoun over Miami 3-1. Rhode Island over Charleston 1-0. Hartford over North Carolina 3-2. Tampa over Pittsburgh 2-1. Colorado over Tulsa 2-0. Sacramento over New Mexico 2-0. Oakland over Monterey Bay 1-0. Orange County Birmingham 4-4 draw. Vegas over Lexington 1-0. And Phoenix El Paso 3-3 draw. Scottish Premiership Saturday. Rangers Celtic 0-0 draw. Dundee United over Dundee 2-1 or 2-0. Falkirk over Aberdeen 1-0 and Hibernian and St. Mirren 1-1 draw. Oh, that was Sunday. And then Saturday, Hearts over Livingston 2-1 and Motherwell Kilmarnock 2-2 draw. Right, so that's really it for soccer. The only one really on tonight is the game in the Women's League. Alrighty. Now we move on to tennis. We'll go over the results from the weekend. Look ahead to today's matches. We'll start with the men's. Friday, third round. Forsey Taylor Fritz over Jerome Kim in 4. 21-seed Thomas Maychak over Ugo Blanket in 3. 17 Novak Djokovic over Cam Norrie in 4. JL Struff over 17-seed Francis Tiafoe in 3. Adrian Manarino over 6-seed Ben Shelton in 4 in a walkover. 2-seed Carlos Alcaraz over 32-seed Luciano Darderi in 3. 20 seed Yuri Lecheka over Rafael Collington in 3. Arthur Rinderach over Ben Bonzi in 4. Saturday, third round. 23 seed Alexander Bublik over 14 seed Tommy Paul in 5. 25 seed Felix Algaraz-Salame over 3 seed Alexander Zverev in 4. 8 seed Alex Demeter over Daniel Altmaier in 4 and a walkover. Leonardo Riti over Kamil Majaric in 1 and a walkover. 15 seed Andrei Rublev over Coleman Wong in 5. 1 seed Jannik Sinner over Denis Shapovalov, your 27 seed in 4. Jaume Munar over Zizou Bergs in 3. And then 10 seed Lorenzo Massetti and 24 seed Flavio Cabali in 3 and a walkover. Round of 16. Yesterday, 17 Novak Djokovic over Jan Lederstruff in 3. 2 seed Carlos Alcaraz over Arthur Rinderach in 3. 4 seed Taylor Fritz over 21 seed Thomas Makak in 3. And 20 seed Yuri Lecheka over Adrian Manarino in 4. Alright. 2 finals from today. 25 seed Felix Algaraz-Salame over 15 seed Andrei Rublev in 3. 8 seed Alex Demeter over Leonardo Riti in 3. 10 seed Lorenzo Massetti and Jaume Munar going on right now. And at 7 o'clock tonight is 1 seed Jannik Sinner and 23 seed Alexander Bublik. I'm going to pull a FanDuel and make picks because we're in the nitty gritty now. So, Sinner's minus 1400, Bublik's 8-1. Um, 33.5 total match games. I'm going to go under that at minus 118. Sinner wins. Alright, quarterfinals for what I have right now. 1240, 2 seed Carlos Alcaraz and 20 seed Yuri Lecheka. Alcaraz is minus 2,000. Lecheka's 10-1. Alright, so I'm going to go with over 32 games, or over 32.5 games at minus 112. Alcaraz wins. And then 9 o'clock tomorrow night is Novak Djokovic and Taylor Fritz. We'll pick that tomorrow. Then 10 o'clock in the morning we have 25 seed Felix Algaraz-Salame and 8 seed Alex Demeter. Demeter's 2-1 favorite. Algaraz-Salame is plus 164. I'm going to go Demeter in 4 sets, whatever that number is when it comes out. Okay, the women's side. Friday, third round. Taylor Towson's upsets 5 seed Maria Andreeva in 2. 1 seed Arina Sabalenka over 31 seed Leylah Fernandez in 2. Barbara Krejcikova over 10 seed Emma Navarro in 3. Ann Lee over Priscilla Hone in 2. Christina Buska upsets 19 seed Elise Mertens in 3. 4 seed Jessica Pegula over Victoria Azarenka in 2. Marketa Vondrousova over 7 seed Jasmine Paolini in 2. And 9 seed Elena Rybakina over Emma Rakondu in 2. Saturday, third round. 18 seed Beatrice Haddad Maya in 2 over Maria Sakkari. 2 seed Iga Swiatek over 29 seed Anna Kalinskaya in 2. 8 seed Amanda Anisimova over Jacqueline Christian in 2. 13 seed Ekaterina Alexandrova over Laura Siegemund in 2. 23 seed Naomi Osaka over 15 seed Daria Kasatkina in 2. 27 seed Marta Kasiuk over Diane Parry in 3. 3 seed Coco Gauff over 20 seed Magdalena French in 2. 11 seed Carolina Muchova over 21 seed Linda Noskova in 3. And then yesterday, round of 16, Marketa Vondrousova upsets 9 seed Alina Rybakina in 3. 1 seed Arena Sabalenka over Kristina Buska in 2. Barbora Krejcikova over Taylor Towson in 3. 4 seed Jessica Pegula over Onley in 2. 2 finals so far for today for round of 16. 23 seed Naomi Osaka over 3 seed Coco Gauff in 2. And 2 seed Iga Swiatek over 13 seed Ekaterina Alexandrova in 2. Going on right now is Marta Kasiuk, your 27 seed, and your 11 seed Carolina Muchova. 8:30 tonight, 8 seed Amanda Anisimova and ATT Beatrice Haddad Maya. So Anisimova's minus 410, Haddad Maya's plus 315. My pick for this is going to be Amanda Anisimova 2-1 at plus 270. All right, quarterfinal, 11:30 tomorrow morning. 4 Jessica Pegula and Barbora Krejcikova. Pegula is minus 255. Krejcikova is plus 205. Set betting Jessica Pegula 2-0 minus 105. And we don't know the other 2 matches yet. Okay, now we'll move on to NASCAR. We'll go over the results from the weekend. We'll start with the Truck Series from Darlington. Your winner, Corey Heim. Second, Daniel Hemrick. Third, Grant Effinger. Fourth, Ty Majeski. Fifth, Trevor Bayne. Sixth, Tanner Gray. Seventh, Tyler Ankrum. Eighth, Timmy Hill. Ninth, Corey Day. 10th, Jake Garcia. The rest, Ben Rose, Roger Caruth, Connor Mozak, James Wood, Stefan Parsons. And it's Jack Wood, by the way. My bad. Andres Perez de Lara, Lane Riggs, Caden Honeycutt, Dawson Sutton, Corey LaJoie, Matt Crafton, Gio Ruggiero, Spencer Boyd, Tony Brenninger, Bailey Curry, Mason Maggio, Nathan Bird, Caleb Costner, Matt Mills, Chandler Smith, Stephen Malazzi, and Clayton Green. Xfinity from Portland. Your winner, Connor Zilich. Second, William Sawalich. Third, Nick Sanchez. Fourth, Christian X. Fifth, Austin Hill. Sixth, Carson Kvapil. 7th, Jeb Burton. 8th, Austin Green. 9th, Blaine Perkins. 10th, Jesse Love. The rest, Daniel Dye, Harrison Burton, Brendan Poole, Tanner Gray, Justin Allgaier, Sam Meyer, Jeremy Clements, Brandon Jones, Joey Hand, Alan Day, Ryan Ellis, Sam Smith, Josh Williams, Ryan Sieg, Garrett Smithley, Kyle Sieg, Sheldon Creed, Thomas Anazoa, Takuma Koga, Parker Retzlaff, Jack Perkins, Dean Thompson, Anthony Alfredo, Matt DiBendetto, Will Brown, Alex Labe, and Vicente Salas. And the Cup Series from Darlington. Your winner, Chase Briscoe. Second, Tyler Riddick. Third, Eric Jones. Fourth, John Hunter Nemechek. Fifth, A.J. Allmendinger. Sixth, Bubba Wallace. Seventh, Denny Hamlin. Eighth, Kyle Busch. Ninth, Carson Osvar. 10th, Chris Buescher. The rest: Ross Chastain, Austin Cindric, Zane Smith, Noah Gragson, Brad Keselowski, Ryan Preece, Chase Elliott, Ryan Blaney, Kyle Larson, Joey Logano, William Byron, Ty Gibbs, Austin Dillon, Cole Custer, Daniel Suarez, Todd Gilliland, Justin Haley, Riley Herbst, Chris Bell, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., Alex Bowman, Shane Van Gisbergen, Michael McDowell, Ty Dillon, Timmy Hill, Derek Kraus, Cody Ware, and Josh Berry. All right, next weekend, Cup is in Illinois. Xfinity 2, and no trucks until 10 days from now in Bristol. Okay, next up, Formula One. They raced in the Netherlands over the weekend. The Dutch Grand Prix in Zandvoort. Your winner was Oscar Piastri. Second, Max Verstappen. Third, Isaac Hadjar. Fourth, Gage Russell. Fifth, Alex Albon. Sixth, Oliver Bearman. Seventh, Lance Stroll. Eighth, Fernando Alonso. Ninth, Yuki Tsunoda. 10th, Esteban Ocon. The rest: Franco Colapinto, Liam Lawson, Carlos Sainz Jr., Nico Hulkenberg, Gabriel Bortolao, Andrea Kimi Antonelli, Pierre Gasly, Lando Norris, Charles Leclerc, and Lewis Hamilton. Next weekend, they are in Italy for the Italian Grand Prix. Okay. Next, NFL cornerback rankings. So this was a bigger list I had to put together because Nickelback's count for this. So 96 players made the list. Every team starting corners and Nickelback. So without further ado, here we go. 96, Billy Bowman Jr., Falcons. 95, Jacob Parrish, Bucks. 94, Upton Stout, 49ers. 93, Jeff Okuda, Vikings. 92, Storm Duck, Dolphins. 91, Max Melton, Cardinals. 90 through 81. Cameron Mitchell, Browns. Will Johnson, Cardinals. Jason Marshall Jr., Dolphins. Travarius Ward, Colts. Jarvis Brownlee Jr., Titans. Darius Williams, Rams. Greg Newsome II, Browns. Caillou Blue Kelly, Raiders. Chow Smith Wade, Panthers. Trey Amos, Commanders. 80 through 71. Joey Porter Jr., Steelers. Terrion Arnold, Lions. Josh Chubby, Seahawks. Javon Bullard, Packers. Akello Witherspoon, Rams. Michael Carter II, Bengals. DJ Turner II, Bengals. Tyreek Stevenson of the Bears. Trayvon Diggs, Cowboys. Roger McCreary, Titans. 70 through 61. Jahdae Barron, Broncos. Nate Hobbs, Packers. Rasul Douglas, Dolphins. L'Jarius Sneed, Titans. Isaac Yiadom, the Saints. Jalen Watson, Chiefs. Dante Jackson, Chargers. Byron Murphy Jr., Vikings. Eric Stokes, Raiders. Alante Taylor, Saints. 60 through 51. Deontay Banks, Giants. Denzel Ward, Browns. Marshawn Lattimore, Commanders. Mike Jackson, Panthers. Tyson Campbell, Jaguars. Cam Hart, Chargers. Mike Sainstrill, Commanders. Mike Hughes, Falcons. Keely Ringo, Eagles. Jalen Jones, Colts. 50 through 41. Kool-Aid McKinstry, Saints. Nate Wiggins, Ravens. Jordan Lewis, Jaguars. Kamari Lassiter, Texans. Brandon Stevens, Jets. Renardo Green, 49ers. Amik Robertson, Lions. AJ Terrell Jr., Falcons. Deron Bland, Cowboys. Kristen Fulton, Chiefs. Keyshawn Nixon, Packers, is 40. So 39 through 31. Demondre Lanor, 49ers. Quentin Lake, Rams. Riley Moss, Broncos. Darius Slay, Steelers. Tre'Davious White, Bills. J.C. Horn, Panthers. Reek Woolen, Seahawks. Marcus Jones, Patriots. Cam Taylor, Britt, Bengals. 30 through 21. Kenny Moore II, Colts. Dax Hill, Bengals. Zion McCollum, Buccaneers. Tariq Still, Chargers. Khair Alam, Cowboys. Kyler Gordon, Bears. Paulson Abito, Giants. Jamel Dean, Buccaneers. Jeremy Chin, Raiders. DJ Reed, Lions. 20 through 11. Jalen Petre, Texans. Quinyon Mitchell, Eagles. Carlton Davis III, Patriots. Teron Johnson, Bills. Jerryon Jones, Jaguars. Isaiah Rodgers, Vikings. Andrew Phillips, Giants. Garrett Williams, Cardinals. Jalen Johnson, Bears. Derek Stingley Jr., Texans. And your top 10. 10. Christian Gonzalez, Patriots. 9. Christian Benford, Bills. 8. Jair Alexander, Ravens. 7. Sauce Gardner, Jets. 6. Devon Witherspoon, Seahawks. 5. Cooper DeJuan, Eagles. 4. Marlon Humphrey, Ravens. 3. Trent McDuffie, Chiefs. 2. Pat Surtain II, Broncos. And number 1, Jalen Ramsey, Pittsburgh Steelers. You can make a case Surtain won over Ramsey. McDuffie and Humphrey are right there. DeJuan made a big leap. A lot of young corners in there, and Witherspoon and Gardner and DeJuan. Alexander, change of scenery, I think could help him. This position is weaker than people think it is, but it's also in tiers at the same time. I just think it's a lot of aging guys, a lot of guys that aren't as good, whatever. So tomorrow we'll do safety rankings. Wednesday is going to be kickers and punters. Thursday will be the top 100 players. And maybe I'll do power rankings Thursday as well. And then the prediction show will drop on Wednesday night. Okay, now we'll move on to the news and notes for today. We talked about the upset in tennis with Coco Gauff being eliminated by Naomi Osaka. So Micah Parsons' week 1 status unclear. So he's dealing with an L4, L5 facet joint sprain in his back. But he feels great physically? I don't know. Are the Cowboys leaking an injury to make themselves try to look better? Or is this really true that he's injured? Bills defensive tackle Dwayne Carter tore his Achilles out for the year. Devin Akane to play week 1, or on track for week 1 for the Dolphins. A.J. Brown says he's playing week 1. He says, hell yeah, when asked about playing against the Cowboys because of a hamstring. So, Yunus Musha joins Atalanta. And that was after there was rumors that transaction for soccer was going to be canceled. Dak shocked by the Micah trade. Micah, he definitely didn't think that Parsons would get dealt to the Packers. And then the Cowboys go and extend to Ron Bland 4 years, $92 million. The Patriots tried to trade Jabril Peppers. And the decision to release him did not surprise the team. Adam Thielen reworks the Vikings deal after taking the pay cut. The Phillies are to sign Walker Buehler. That's a big downgrade from Zach Wheeler. But maybe they're trying to get lightning in the bottle, see if he could rediscover his Dodgers for him. The Red Sox extend the Aroldis Chapman, keeps him with the team through 2026. The Cubs duo of Cade Horton and Matt Shaw were constantly talked about in trade deadline talks. Jeremy Lin retired. Announces his retirement on Instagram. The Dream and the Mercury clinched playoff spots in the WNBA. I talked about it earlier that the Lynx clinched the 1 seed. There was a benches clearing incident in the Mets game on Saturday as Mark Vientos got hit by a pitch by Sandy Alcantara. The Cleveland pitchers are still on lead as the Players Association League agreed to keep Clase and Ortiz out until further notice amid gambling investigation. Taylor Ward hospitalized. He received stitches for a cut above right eye after a scary collision as he was carted off the field. Army football player rescues a man as Larry Pickett Jr. and father saved driver of burning vehicle in New York. Lee Corso had his last college game day on Saturday, and he went a perfect 6 for 6 on the picks, including picking the Buckeyes, obviously with the for the headgear pick. And he called the Alabama upset over Florida State. Steve Sarkisian rips Arch Manning expectations as he claps back at the doubters. It's just one game. I know it's the jitters. But still not a great sign. So there you have it for the news and notes. Last but not least, my best bet of the day brought to you by FanDuel. Or I might just bet it on ESPN Bet, but I'm taking the Wings getting the points against the Lynx. The Lynx clinched home court. They have nothing to play for. Paige Beckers still wants to put up her stats. So this is easy money. This is probably one of my favorite bets all year. And it's 18 and a hook on bet. So I'm going to go with the Wings of Dallas getting 18 to hook against the Lynx. So there you have it for the show. And I'll be back tomorrow with everything and looking ahead to everything tomorrow and then safety rankings as well. Hope you guys have a great day, everyone.